In this video, we will discuss general troubleshooting of problems with furnace mount flow-through humidifiers. These humidifiers are simple devices with just a few moving parts. Most of the questions we receive every season concern 24-volt solenoid valves and the humidistat or control circuit. This video will focus on the solenoid valve. So, how does it work? The solenoid is normally connected to your water supply via a 1/4-inch copper compression fitting. Downstream of the solenoid you may find a feed tube which channels the water to the top of the distribution tray above the filter. Some humidifier manufacturers mount the solenoid directly on top of the humidifier, so there's no feed tube. The solenoid is normally closed, allowing no water to pass from the water supply through to the humidifier. When 24 volts AC is given to the solenoid, the valve clicks open, water passes through. This voltage is fed to the valve when the humidistat closes the circuit because the air is drier than your humidity set point or because you turned up the humidity setting on your control. If you aren't getting any water to the solenoid, disconnect the control lead running to the valve and spread the wires apart for testing. Turn your humidistat all the way to the highest setting while the furnace is running. Test with your voltmeter to determine if the valve is getting around 24 volts AC. If you know the valve is getting power but it's not opening, time for a new valve. If your voltmeter is stuck on 0, the problem probably has to do with the control circuit or humidistat. That's the subject of a different video. If you notice the water is always flowing through your humidifier regardless of where your humidistat is set, the valve could be permanently open. Disconnect the two 24-volt power leads. If the water turns off, the valve may be good and the humidistat or control circuit is to blame. If the water keeps running, it's time for a new valve. You can do some bench testing and maintenance on your solenoid by removing it from the humidifier altogether. Remember to turn off the water supply. Get a known good source of 24 volts AC, like a standard issue 24 volt transformer. If you provide 24 volts directly to the valve, you should be able to hear it click open. On the inlet side of most solenoids, you should find an inline strainer. You can fish it out with a paper clip. Replacing the strainer annually may save you from buying a new valve. Remember, we stock all replacement parts, including the solenoid valves, for most popular makes and models of flow-through humidifiers.